strikes and says, "Give me your best shot," and he has plenty of them.
Showing off is said to be a full sense of glory. That is certainly true in the sport of boxing. A split-second mental slip can have terrible consequences. It's always interesting to witness showboating fail badly in combat sports, whether due to dancing during the fight, trash talk in the ring, or during the weigh-in. Without further ado, here are the times when arrogant fighters were destroyed and humbled by their opponents. Murad couldn't contain his arrogance, going full drama queen by slapping his rival across the face. But when the bell rang and the real action started, it was a total role reversal. Actelec turned into the maestro of devastation, throwing punches like confetti, turning Murad's face all shades of red. The lesson? Don't bring slaps to a real fight. You might end up with a painted face and a lesson in humility.
There's something undeniably satisfying about watching arrogance meet reality. In the world of combat sports, confidence is crucial, but when it turns into cockiness, it can cloud judgment, invite humiliation, and sometimes even lead to career-altering defeat. Today, we dive into 5 unforgettable moments when overly confident fighters underestimated their opponents and paid the price in brutal fashion. Let's start with a rising star who let his ego get ahead of his skill. Our first story features a young, undefeated MMA prospect who had been steamrolling through the regional circuit. Every pre-fight press conference was the same: trash talk, mocking opponents, and bold predictions. When he was finally signed to a major promotion, his confidence skyrocketed. "I don't care who they put in front of me," he told the media. "I'm levels above the rest." His opponent? A seasoned veteran, quiet, disciplined, and written off by most analysts as past his prime. In the build-up, the young fighter went all in, making fun of the veteran's age, mocking his losses, and promising to finish the fight in under a round. But when the cage door closed, reality set in quickly. The veteran absorbed the early storm, using slick head movement and counterpunches. Then came a brutal overhand right that dropped the cocky newcomer to the mat. A few unanswered punches later, and the ref had seen enough. Silence replaced the trash talk, and the humbled fighter had nothing left to say in the post-fight interview except, "I underestimated him." Next, let's shift to the world of boxing, a sport where trash talk is part of the culture. A brash welterweight was gaining attention not just for his performances, but for his mouth. He declared himself the future of the division, taunting opponents in and out of the ring. When matched against a tough, unassuming journeyman with a granite chin, he saw it as an easy paycheck. He even danced at the weigh-ins, pretending to fall asleep when his opponent spoke. When the bell...
he ultimately lost the fight. Yi Long, the self-proclaimed kung fu monk, usually plays a daring game of dropping his guard, relying on his inner strength to keep himself from injury.
Lights went out for a second, and he just waits and says, "Give me your best shot," and he has plenty of them. And still he comes forward, unbelievable.
2012, he decided to roll the dice again with his signature move.
要全面你看拳腿组合都有，现在武僧一种
Well, surprise, surprise, his inner force took a spontaneous vacation that day, leaving him with a one-way ticket to the canvas.
冠军，这个索尔用左右的摆拳。
Alexandre Usyk put his WBO cruiserweight title on the line against fiery Marco Huck. But before the fist flew, things got spicy at the face-off.
Are you disappearing before you get a clip round the ear? Like this?
Huck didn't hold back, pushing Usyk, throwing some choice words and promising a beating. When the bell rang for the main event, it was all Usyk stealing the spotlight.
With a single phase attack, but short to the mark. Now beginning to bring uppercuts downstairs and upstairs from Alexander Usyk. What a left hand!
He was like a tornado in the ring, throwing punches from every angle and taunting Huck throughout the match. Usyk handed Huck a beating for a solid 10 rounds, leaving the referee no choice but to jump in and save Huck from more punishment.
Usyk working away furiously. Shots underneath. Robert Byrd is stepped in.
There's nothing superior than him about me. He has nothing superior than me. There's nothing about him. If anything, he's the Homo sapien, I'm the Homo superior. There's no one that can match me. That means nothing. I've been champion. I'm ordained for this. I've been to Valhalla. I've seen the most vicious and most cruelest and coldest white people in the world. They accept me. He can't stop me. Him. I'll be an immortal, the top of the tops. There'll be none better. They'll talk about me from now to ubiquitous. I'm the greatest ever and will always be the greatest ever.
Bell rang. He came out flashy with his hands down and a smirk on his face. He taunted, showboated, and toyed with his opponent for 2 rounds. But by the 3rd round, the tone changed. The journeyman began to find his rhythm, cutting off the ring and landing body shots that slowed the cocky fighter down. By the 6th, the taunts had stopped, and in the 8th, a vicious left hook sent him crashing to the canvas. The crowd erupted. The so-called future of the division was sprawled out, eyes blank, silence echoing louder than any insult he had thrown. In the post-fight conference, he didn't speak a word, just nodded in quiet respect. In our 3rd case, we look at a viral street fighting clip that took the internet by storm. A self-proclaimed martial arts master with no real credentials challenged a trained Muay Thai fighter in a backyard brawl, claiming he could beat anyone using his secret techniques. His videos were full of flashy moves, spins, poses, and strange stances. But when it came time to fight, those tricks fell apart. The trained fighter kept it simple: jabs, leg kicks, and smart footwork. Within 30 seconds, the master was on the ground, gasping for air after a body kick landed flush. He got up, only to eat a clean knee to the chin that dropped him again. After the fight, the so-called master tried to save face, saying it held back and wasn't ready. But the video didn't lie. Skill beat style, and the cocky challenger was left with nothing but bruises and memes. Now let's talk about a legendary moment from the world of kickboxing. A flashy fighter known for his wild entrances and even wilder kicks had built a reputation on highlight reel knockouts. But as his popularity grew, so did his ego. He began taunting opponents mid-fight, dropping his hands and playing with fire. That arrogance caught up with him when he faced a stoic opponent from Eastern Europe. Quiet, strong, and all business. From the opening bell, the flashy fighter tried to intimidate with spinning techniques and exaggerated movements. He smiled, winked, even turned his back mid-round to showboat. But in the 2nd round, while attempting a no-look spinning kick, his opponent timed a crushing right hand that caught him mid-spin. He collapsed instantly. The knockout was brutal, but the real punishment came afterward. As fans turned on him, the once adored showman became a cautionary tale, a reminder that flair without focus leads to downfall. Finally, our last story is perhaps the most humbling of them all. A seasoned MMA fighter, once a champion, had become known for belittling younger fighters. In his interviews, he dismissed the new generation as soft, saying they relied too much on social media and not enough on hard training. When matched with a young, humble prospect, he laughed it off. This kid isn't ready for my...
Faced Matthew at Combat Global in Miami, Florida. What added a touch of irony to the knockout was Matthew's mistake of taunting his opponent by sticking his tongue out just seconds before the fateful blow. The Jamaican fighter paid the price for underestimating his opponent, as Ovidio capitalized on the opening, delivering a stunning knee to secure the victory. Theodorus faced Windry Pantalima in a welterweight championship fight. The first round saw Theo dominating, pressing Windry with aggressive attacks. Despite being a seasoned fighter, his arrogance and taunting stole the spotlight. Unfortunately, his overconfidence proved destructive as Windry capitalized, landing a mighty right hand and sealing the victory with a rear naked choke.
Tommy Broadbent!
Florian Marku faced Tommy Broadbent at the O2 Arena. Broadbent, seemingly overflowing with misplaced confidence, opted for a relentless barrage of taunts, trash talk, and teasing throughout the fight.